Hi there and welcome to Magic. In this video I'm going to show you something that I think is really cool. It's a new feature in version 5.7.4 of Magic. Now I must emphasize I'm not 100% completely finished with it. However, I think it's such a cool feature that I'd like to still release it to get feedback from the community about it. However, have in mind that this is a little bit beta-ish. So here I am in the Magic dashboard. I'm going to go to the Crudify menu item. Then I'm going to choose my Sakila database. Everything I've gone through up until this point, you can watch in my previous YouTube video. There is a link in the description of this YouTube video to that particular video. You would probably want to watch that video first if this is the first Magic video you see. So anyway, here I have Sakila database. I'm going to crudify all tables of it. Now then the point is, as I am done with crudifying all the tables in this particular database, then now as of version 5.7.4, you can click the SQL menu item up here. Now, of course, this is an SQL editor, kind of like Microsoft SQL Server Enterprise Manager, allowing you to type in any arbitrary SQL. And in fact, it's got syntax highlighting and all that good stuff. And in fact, even let me see which table. Okay, actor. We have actor here. Okay, Sakila. I choose Sakila here. Select all from actor A, where A dot, and there is even autocomplete as of version 5.7.4. First name like, okay, let's find somebody having the letter H. Okay, here we see them. Now, when you have selected MySQL here, then you can choose a samples SQL script that will automatically load up. Now, this script happens to be particularly interesting for us, simply for the reasons which you will hopefully understand as you execute it. You see, it has a very specific structure. It has a label column and a value column, and that is crucial, may I add, to what we are going to do now. So anyways you do your extraction here, you have to alias the column as label, which contains your labels, and the value as value. Now I can actually copy this onto my clipboard. Then I can go back to my Crudify menu item, then I can choose Sakila, and then I can choose custom SQL. This point, I must select the get HTTP verb. I can name my endpoint anything I wish. Statistics, -1, for instance. Then I must remove all arguments. In future versions, I will probably enable these types of components to allow for passing in arguments. However, at the time being, I don't have that. Then you see this little guy, checkbox, click it, and then simply paste in the SQL statement you should now have on your clipboard. Then create it, click create. Then you can go to endpoints, and if you click show endpoints now, then you can filter, then you can execute the endpoint, and you can see its value. Now I still haven't really shown you the really cool parts which I actually wanted to show you, which of course is dependent upon the front end Angular scaffolding parts. So now I'm going to create my app, Sakila, or my front end, choosing the Angular default templates, and then simply click generate. Now I'm given a sakila.zip file, just like in my previous video, with of course one crucial difference. being that it contains one additional component. So let me show you that component. Then let me open another terminal window here. And then let me open Visual Studio Code in that folder. Close this guy, open a new terminal window, type npm link. Then when npm link is done, we are going to serve it, ng serve. And yet again, the Magic dashboard is running on the default port, so we have to choose something that's non-default. I'm going to type 4201. Then when ng serve has compiled our front end successfully, you can go back to your Google Chrome browser and go to localhost 4201. And so far, everything I've shown you is not really new, since it's part of also my previous video about Magic. However, once you expand the menu item now, you will see that you have one additional component here. Click it. And there we go. So basically, if you are in your Magic dashboard and you go to Crudify and you select the database here, and then you select a custom SQL here, and you remove all arguments, and you select the get verb, then you're given the option to create a statistic type of HTTP REST endpoint. This must be in this form, having a label and a value as its result columns. It can optionally have multiple other columns too, they will simply be ignored. However, at the very least, it must have a label and it must have a value column, return value. And of course, you can type any type of SQL you really wish that results in such result set from your database. And of course, what you're seeing here in the samples.sql file here is really just an example, right? So you can use any type of SQL you wish here, really. Now this allows you to create fresh charts, really living charts, as opposed to Excel, where you actually have to export to CSV and then, you know, create pivot tables and stuff like that. This is a living chart, right? It's real-time statistical data for your Magic Angular front end. Now, and of course, everything else is as it was in the previous video. You still have all CRUD operations on every single database table. It's still blistering fast. You can still sort and filter and, you know, all that beautiful stuff. But the addition which I wanted to show you in this YouTube video about Magic is the ability to actually scaffold up charts automatically based upon your underlying database, SQL. And of course, you can write any SQL you wish here, really. So there's also one example here for MS SQL, which uses Northwind instead of MySQL's Sakila. So anyway, that was it. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share this video if you liked it. I am dependent upon people who appreciate Magic to help me spread the word about Magic. And there is a link in the description of this YouTube video from where you can download Magic, its latest version. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.